All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shantavia Williams, and the Holy Spirit dropped this amazing word. Like, I was on fire as I was driving. I was like, oh, this is good. So it was brought to my spirit this morning, the movie Moana. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the movie, but I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of insight. So that movie, and I like Disney movies. I do. I can't help it. But anywho, that movie, in the movie, Moana is this princess. She is the daughter of this chief of this island. They look up to be like Hawaiian or something, but of this island nonetheless. And she's the princess. And so early in her years, she was selected by the sea. The sea literally chose her, right? They gave her, it put like a thing in her hand. But you'll understand. So and so she pretty much was the generational curse breaker in her family. She was chosen. And not only was she chosen and selected, she was chosen and selected to push past the barrier that the family had pretty much been under. Something happened with the father, the chief, who he was going out surfing with his friends, and they went so far out that the tides were very hard, the waves, the sea ain't nothing to play with, and the waves were very hard, and the friend ended up dying and drowning. And so from that day forth, when he became chief of the tribe, he said no one goes past the reef. That was the rule. Everyone knew you don't go past the reef. Now, there were voyagers before, but it was just that moment at what had happened, such a tragedy, the trauma that he experienced. That was the rule. Everyone had to abide by it, even Moana. And so her thing was being so different. What happened was the tribe was losing food. There was no food. It was like a famine going on. And the food that was closest, that was in the reef, that wasn't past the reef, there was no food. You had to go out. He didn't care. He didn't care that his whole thing was just keep searching, keep doing. We're not going past the reef, period. But Moana had a different idea in mind. She was used to go past the reef. Making the story shorter. She went past the reef. She went to get the heart of Te Fiti, I believe, which is a goddess in their culture, and she had to restore the heart of Te Fiti that was stolen. And then once she did that, the vegetation, the beauty, everything else was restored. So she went after restoration ultimately. Now let's apply that to life. That's how we are sometimes. It's important for us as children of God to go past the limits and barriers that we set ultimately in our own minds. It's us. That's our fear. Sometimes I feel that we really truly don't know how big God is. We almost like underestimate God. We really don't understand the force that's on our side. That's walking with us, that's providing for us, that's protecting us. Like, we kind of don't understand it. And so as a result, we think we're making better choices for ourselves by staying safe and taking the path of least resistance. But as a result, it really isn't working us. It's ultimately harming us. At the end of the day, whatever is not growing dies. It's either dying or it has died. Death isn't just in a coffin. You got people walking around here spiritually dead, okay? Spiritually dead, internally dead, no strength, anything. Just walking around like zombies. But whatever doesn't grow dies. And in order for you to really tap into that growth, in order for you to really reach your ultimate capacity of operation as a being, as a human being, as God's child, you got to go past the reef. You have to go past the reef. See, what's inside of the reef is comfort. But where your comfort is, your death is. Because if you are not willing to go past what you know, go past what you've experienced, thank you, Holy Spirit, go past what's comfortable for you, you will not grow. You will be stuck. See, we don't understand that fear is a mental block. It's not that you can't. It's the mentality you have in your mind. You don't see what's past what you know. See, in the movie, it was his trauma It was his trauma from that experience that kept him bound. It was the trauma. And sometimes our trauma can keep us stuck because we have not been able to move past it. We have not come to grips with it. We have not forgiven. And it keeps us stuck in the past. See, when you are stuck in the past, you are completely incapable of seeing what could be. All you know is what was. And it does you a huge disservice. You have to go past what you know. You got to go past what has been. You got to go past what's comfortable in order for you to really reach your highest potential as a being and God's child. That's being safe. Just because it's safe, just because it appears safe, it appears to be safe. It's not safe. Because if you're dying, then it's not safe. And sometimes what's safe, and most of the times what's safe, isn't good for us. It's just familiar. It's familiar to you. It seems, you know it. Okay, I know this is this. Okay, I know this area. Oh, it's comfortable. But comfortability ain't always, most of the time, it's not what's good for you. It's what's uncomfortable. It's what's uncomfortable that's going to allow you to really tap into your higher self, your higher purpose for yourself. It's what's comfortable that's going to bring certain things out of you that you didn't even know you had lie dormant in you. Yeah, because you're willing to go past. You're doing what's new. I talk to my sister all the time, and I'm telling her, like, hey, let's do new things. Like, try new things, do new experiences. It's that way that you're able to broaden your mind. I was listening to his name. I think his name is Awakened Yaki. I believe, I'm not, so I honor that young man. He's amazing. But what he was saying in one of his podcasts, he was saying how a snake can only grow based on the cage that it's in. It can only grow to the capacity and the maximum space that the cage is in. And that spoke to me because that's how people's minds are. You're only going to grow past where you have encased your mind. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. You're not going to be able to go past that. You need a new cage, a new experience, a new big horizons to reach. You need that so you're able to grow bigger, better, stronger. So, that's the word to that. That word spoke so mighty to my heart this morning. I was like, oh my God, Holy Spirit, that is amazing. Go past the reef. Tell yourself, say your name. I'm going past the reef today. Go past the reef. Go past the limits and the barriers that you have placed on your mind. And a lot of the times that happens because of things we experience, things we've encountered in life. Let that go. Let it go. Come to terms with it. Forgive, etc. Whatever step needs to be taken so that you can move forward in your life, so you can go past the reef boldly. See, that was the thing with Moana. She had a courageous spirit. It takes courage to change. It takes courage to do something different. It takes courage to do something new. Okay, so be courageous. Have courage to go after what you want. Make it happen. Do what you need necessary so that you can grow, so that you can continue to evolve, because what is not evolving remains. Okay, I love you guys. Until my next video, have a great day. Bye.